Hello.
Hey everyone, oh my goodness.
Welcome to KDA Life.
Episode 11.
Wow.
And before we get into anything, I just have to put this is a spoiler warning. Because we just finished watching The Last of Us 2 while playing. I watched, he played.
Well, it was kind of like a movie, really.
It really was.
Yeah.
But, so if you are not caught up, if you have not played The Last of Us 2 and do not want to know anything that has happened, you're not ready for this video yet. But we just I think we're so excited. I don't think we could keep from slipping. That's why we wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, we want to talk about it, and we got so much to talk about.
Oh my goodness.
So
all right,
we're gonna get underway with it and
just get right into it. So
yeah.
All right. Just compared to the last game, what were two big differences, good or bad, from the last game to this one?
I think the fighting style and the graphics.
And the weapons.
The weapons.
The weapons are different. Weapons. Okay. Oh, all right. So, first of all, this game was a lot longer, which, since we've been waiting for it for 3 years, I'm glad it wasn't just over and done with real quick. So you do, one thing I'm not going to spoil, there is a fairly main character that dies, and it's just sad. Like, the whole time, and it's pretty early on that character, it dies, and so it just, that to me was like, oh, kind of crushed it for me, but it was still really good. Like, I don't know. So what's the biggest thing that you liked and the biggest dislike you had with this game?
Biggest like I said, I think like the fight scenes and the weapons. The new style of weapons and a new style of fight scene in this one compared to the other one. Dislike, I know this is a like, but I'm gonna get to my point. That was, I felt like they dragged it on.
Yeah.
Even though I like that it was longer, because Google says it's 25 to 30 hours, and I don't think we got to 25 hours.
No, I don't know.
But which was good. I like that. But yeah, I think they dragged it on. There was two scenes that could have ended it. And they didn't end it. So
yeah. So all right. So going right into it, I would have to say this one seemed a lot more challenging, because at the really hard parts there was a lot more involved. So there's new bloaters in this one that throw. So the old ones threw some kind of it was just that spore stuff, but these ones have evolved, so they have bigger pus bubbles, and they throw some kind of toxic gas that will burn your skin. So it's different. These bloaters are more lethal, and you get to one part, which it's the hardest one. He's like the big boss, the Rat King or whatever, I don't know, but he's in the hospital, and you had clickers and runners in the other game. This one's got clickers, and there's runners, but there's also stalkers, so they can maneuver a lot sneakier. They still have the same basic setup. They're almost fully facially a clicker, but they hide, and they can hear better, and they're more advanced, so they're really tricky watching. I didn't play any of the game. I just watch him play, but like if there's stuff to pick up, I'm always like, oh, you need to go grab that, you need to grab that kind of thing. So like I'm the eyes on the sidelines, I guess. But so I personally didn't play it, but it was really intense. I know there's a lot of fighting scenes where they had like really intense music, so that's like a plus. That's a 2 thumbs up this time around because the music was way more like it got you involved. It got you like, what's gonna happen? And I mean, just when you think it might be over, there's more, and lots of surprises. And so like my biggest dislike for this game. So this is where the spoiler comes in. There's this character, Abby. She kills one of the main characters from the last one. And it's just heartbreaking. And so, Ellie is trying to find her this whole time. And she has 2 opportunities to kill her and doesn't. And it's kind of like, but I understand because, okay, so one thing about this game that is way different is, I would say, about halfway through the game, you switch from Ellie to Abby. Now you're playing as Abby. So you had, and there, like, every time she died, I was like, yes, but then you're playing as her, so you have to survive. And that was fun for a little bit. And then it was like, come on, I just want to be Ellie again, So I'm done with that part. So I mean, what's your overall?
Oh, I think it was a great game, and I love the company who makes the game. They make awesome games. But like she was saying about the music, you can walk down a hallway, and they get this music, and I think one part I said to her, I'm like, something's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just tell with the music, it's like something's bound to happen.
Oh yeah.
There
really
was
intense.
At least one jump scare in the game.
Yeah.
We both jumped on that one. But right after playing, or right before you play as Abby, is when she kills the one main character. So you're kind of torn into playing her because it was shortly after that.
In the theater?
No.
Oh, okay.
Before that.
Yeah.
So you kind of
you don't want to play her. I didn't want to play her. I just wanted her to blow up or be shot or something. But
should we say why
we've already spoiled some of it.
Okay, so another spoiler. Abby is one of the doctors. One of the doctors was Abby's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And
the doctor who was going to perform the surgery on Ellie
was Abby's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was killed by another character. So
she was going after this character
for revenge, and
that's where Abby comes in at. And at first, you don't know that.
No, you don't find that out.
After she kills his character, you're wondering why.
Mm-hmm.
What's with this?
What did that person do to her?
Yeah, and then you find out, and it's a shocking. It was a shocking surprise.
Yeah.
But
I will say one thing. Right at the end, when you think Abby's gonna die, I did tell him, I was like, oh, now I feel kind of bad because she's a part of the wolves, which is funny because the wolves are in the Walking Dead comic, and it just there's a lot of stuff that happened in this game that kind of reminded us of The Walking Dead. But she's one of the wolves, and like their rivals are Scars, I think.
Yeah.
And she ends up saving these two Scars, the brother and sister, and that whole storyline was just really like, and terrifying because they go across these really high bridges, and you kind of like I'm terrified of heights, so
kind of like another game.
Oh yeah, there's just any game, any video, or anything with heights where you look down real far. Like my feet tingle, even if it's on TV. It like my feet tingle, and I'm like freaking out to myself. But but yeah. Oh hey, hello, special guest star. Meow. Say, can you say hello, Olivia? Olivia.
Say hello.
Oh, she's looking for bugs. Now she's gone. She didn't want the attention, but not camera attention anyway. But that was quite a game. I mean, man, for having to wait for it for 3 years, it felt like it's taken a couple months to play. I mean, I guess it has because I got it for you for Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't play it constantly, so...
No, I mean, whenever...
We don't have time to play it constantly.
No, but we probably started playing it, 2 weeks after I got it for you?
Yeah, I would say probably, yeah, somewhere around there.
And then, it's just whenever we have free time...
Yeah.
Since then, probably about 2 hours a night, 2 to 3 hours a night, depending on our work schedule the next day. But man, I gotta say, this is like really something neat about us, that like when I first married you, I never thought that we were gonna be like gaming together and
do you
stuff
know
like
the
that.
first game you actually sat where you played together?
Until Dawn.
Was that the first one we played?
That was the first one, the very first one, because you showed me the trailer for it, and I was like, oh man, that kind of looks like a movie. And then we we sat down, we started at like 4:30 at night, and we finished at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
It's a very short game.
But we
that
also
could be
like
another episode.
We also like hammered it though.
Yeah.
We didn't really pace ourselves.
No.
But yeah, that well, we're definitely gonna have to replay it. The neat thing is we've played it 2, maybe 3 times now, and the ending is different each time. So it's one of those like butterfly effect things where your choices determine who makes it to the end. We'll get into that one. But Last of Us 2 was well worth the wait. Even though, the ending wasn't what we had hoped for or whatever, it ends in a way, like the very, very end of it ends in a way where you can see where they would come out with a third.
Yeah, they left it open for a third. Well, and that's what they did in the first one too. They left the first one open for a second.
Yeah.
So they left, this one open for it.
So I can totally see where they would come out with a third one and everything. Yeah. But, and there's enough characters that are familiar with to like, that would survive to the next game, that you would be like, oh yeah, I wonder what that person's been up to.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, it was, wow.
Yeah.
That was like a long game, but it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Man.
It definitely was good.
Oh.
So.
I don't know whether to feel like sad that it's over or just relieved that like we can move on to the next thing now, but I am a little disappointed that it's over, but I'm happy with
I mean, yeah, I feel both about it. You know? I mean, I'm very disappointed with the ending.
Yeah, but they had to do something to leave it open for the next game.
Well, they had to have known going into this that they were going to make a third game.
because otherwise they wouldn't have left it open.
Sorry, I was just really
'Cause
thirsty.
Games like that don't leave open. Games
Yeah.
like that have an ending. You know, just like a movie has an ending. You know, unless they're gonna plan on doing another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they definitely did that.
Well, there are talks about it, so we'll see if it actually happens.
Oh my goodness. Well,
So
there you have it. So, hopefully, I mean, and even the spoilers that we did share with you guys, it still didn't ruin the whole game for you if you haven't seen it, if you haven't played it or watched it on YouTube. I know people who just watch the gameplay on YouTube. So,
well, watching it on YouTube is like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's literally just like a movie. I mean, you even said that you feel like you're watching a movie.
I think that's why I like doing these games with you
Yeah.
because, well, I like figuring out like the problems,
Well, and they're
solving the problems and stuff like
and
that.
it could be so intense too. Just sitting there and
Oh my goodness.
watching can be intense.
But yeah, we literally finished what, a half an hour ago maybe?
Yeah.
Tops.
Yeah.
We literally finished playing and
And I'm still shocked about it.
I know, and but we wanted to like record our thoughts fresh in our mind,
Yeah.
so sorry if we're rambling, but we're just still so excited and we got a whole lot of feels happening right now over this game, but we wanted to jot it down and record it for you guys, so hopefully this will start another conversation, and if you played the game, what do you think? Do you disagree? Do you agree? Whatever. And we're okay either way. We just want to get a conversation going. But all right, moving on. We'll have to see what the next game is that we'll review.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. I know this was kind of a long one, but we're just so excited. There's so much to talk about, but thank you for watching, and we'll see you on Thursday with our next video.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.